This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by...
Hurt in a wreck. Why would you even think about calling the insurance company first?
Call someone who's going to work for you, not against you.
The insurance companies are not on your side. We are.
We are Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe are the lawyers for you. Call 222-2222.
Hello, welcome to our show. We're coming to you from the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana here in beautiful Maryville, and I call it beautiful because I am from Maryville. And for other reasons, it's a beautiful town.
It is.
And it has the food bank in it, which even makes it even better.
Makes it way better.
So we welcome to our show Victor Garcia, who is the Executive Director for the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana, who was just recently appointed a couple of months ago.
A couple months ago, beginning of November.
Ah, great. And welcome to our show. And then we have Allyson Vaulx, who is the Director of Development for the Food Bank.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, we're excited to be here. This is we've been here several times. Yeah, it is. It is. We've been out here for a couple of things. So, welcome to our show again. And what we'd like to first talk about is the big event that was just happened, or I guess the news that just happened, Strachan Van Til's Cashier Challenge, which had some tremendous results. So do you want to talk to us about that and give us an idea of what the...
Sure. So I'll kind of give a little preamble, but we're so thankful to the Strachan Van Til family of stores, their cashiers, their staff, but more importantly, those Strachan Van Til customers. Because this campaign is all about the customers being willing to say, we see a problem in Northwest Indiana that people are going hungry and we want to do something about it. Mm-hmm. So the way the campaign works is very simple, and I'm sure your listeners are very well aware. You go to Strax, you do your grocery shopping, whatever your bill comes out to, you're just offered an opportunity to bring it up to that next dollar amount. And so that nickel, that 7 cents, that 31 cents all adds up. And we are so excited because in 2019, we had a record year, and I'll let Allyson talk a little bit more about that.
Sure. So we raised, where's my drum roll? All right. We raised almost $195,000, which is a record year. I'm all about the numbers, so that it's the most that we've ever raised, which means that Strachan Van Til customers are becoming more understanding the work that we do in the community more and the need to be able to sow into that. Also, what's really marvelous to me is that it was all done with change. Mm-hmm. I mean, whatever your contribution, you individuals, whether you contributed 10 cents, 5 cents, are all responsible for this monumental amount from the checkout challenge. And that for us, that translates to more than about 500,000 meals, more than 500,000 meals. That's the best way to say it. But
that's tremendous.
You can't predict that kind of success and participation and just genuine compassion from the community. And
so all you people in Northwest Indiana who did that,
congratulations.
That's awesome.
That's a big
Definitely.
deal. Yeah.
And it's just a mind-bending moment to have figured, I'll give this, but for all the people that saw that when the final number that came out, to realize, wow, that was nothing for me to do, but everyone feels good about it, and so it's good for Strax, it's good for their employees, morale, that they're having an impact on the problem that we have in Northwest Indiana. And the thing about it, and I've heard you say this, Victor, when we first came out and talked to you after you took your position, is the good thing about the food bank is feeding people and making an impact on the Northwest Indiana communities, the impoverished communities. But the dark side of that is that you can only do so much. And you're only meeting, what is that percentage?
Well, and that's the unfortunate thing. So we're really excited. We just got our most up-to-date numbers for 2019, and we not only had a record year in our fundraising with the Strachan Van Til Checkout Challenge campaign, we also had a record year in number of pounds that were distributed in Lake and Porter County. And that was at 6.1 million pounds. Now here's the crazy thing. The record was the year prior, and that was at 4.8 million.
Wow.
So we had a huge increase. That's fantastic, but as you're alluding to, the problem is we need to be at 16 to 17 million pounds to meet the need of hunger in Lake and Porter County. So even though we're doing amazing work, there's still much to be done. And that's why we do a lot of work on focusing on what we like to look at as our transitional and transformational change programs, and looking at ways that we can work with sister nonprofits in Northwest Indiana. Our idea is we can get better and continue to get more food out into the community, but at the same time, we have to help people on their path to self-sustainability and self-sufficiency. So while we're increasing the food going out the doors, we're also decreasing the need for food. And that's the challenge that we face, because we have this beautiful facility. We have 72,000 square feet that has allowed us to be at a record 6.1 million pounds of food, but our roof leaks. And we need a little more work in our warehouse, and we need some help on our efficiency. So we can do more, but we're not quite there yet. But one thing I wanted to mention, Bill, if I can, because it's hard sometimes to really think about, well, what is 6.1 million pounds of food? It's 4.8 million meals. That's what that equates to. Let that sink in for a bit. Almost 5 million meals went out these doors here at our facility. And one of the exciting things is that not only do we have an opportunity to leverage some of our programs that we have with the state and federal government, but our retail salvage and rescue program is critical to our success. So if you're not aware of this, our drivers are out almost every day going to retail partners and picking up, you know how when you go to the grocery store and you see the discounted bread foods, or you see the discounts on some meat products, something like that. Well, once the stores decided this isn't going to go, they set it aside and we rescue that product and get it out the door as quickly as possible. And I'm really excited because we did 814,000 pounds of rescued retail product in 2019. Now, with that one, instead of looking at meals, the exciting thing is, what does that equate to in dollars? That's $1.4 million worth of food that we were able to rescue, food that might have ended up in the landfill, and we were able to get out into the community and help feed those who are hungry.
Yeah, so you're talking about partnership with the retails, partnerships in non-for-profits that are helping you be your feet out in there to make sure that not only the food is being effectively distributed, but making sure there are the programs for educating people how to write a resume, how to go out and find a job and be self-sustaining. So you're not there just to, as they say, teach a man how to fish. I mean, it will help him long term. So boy, I tell you, this gives me goosebumps right in here. Oh man, I tell you, this is a great work that's being done here.
And how proud am I that I live in a community where so many retail people and just individuals are so willing to give to help those who need help.
And it goes beyond that, right? Because that partnership is also volunteers like yourselves. You both have been here volunteering at our mobile market distributions. I've seen you, I've worked alongside you. It's those partnerships that are critical to our success as well. We had 4,200 volunteers, and that equated to, Allyson, I believe it was around almost 15,000 volunteer hours in 2019.
That's great.
We have a staff of around 20. We can't do this by ourselves. It is absolutely imperative that the community supports us, not just financially and not just with food donations, not just with supporting us. We recently had Walsh and Kelly come and drop some asphalt in our parking lot for us, but also with volunteers that come in. You know, we have our lovely bread ladies who are here weekly. We have corporate groups. We have concerned citizens like yourselves, and it's all of those coming together to meet our mission of ending hunger.
Right. And that's one thing I want to reach out to our listeners, because we're going to be posting this on our Facebook page. We are going to create a Bill and Kelly Show team. I know you guys see us work a lot, but we want to try to get some of our listeners to maybe get and join us, and so we can actually have a Bill and Kelly Show team
That's
come in and
awesome.
help you guys out.
That's good.
So
Wonderful.
if you guys are listening out there, please leave us a
Reach out
comment.
to us.
Reach out to us, and we'll coordinate that efforts with the food bank here, and we'll come out here and have a team.
And
it's
also,
fun.
if you
It's-
guys are in organizations or your kids are involved in scouting or 4-H or whatever, get your clubs and groups together and have a day that you come out and help out.
Yeah, I mean, what you're seeing here is a good portion of their staff right here on our
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're thinking, oh, yeah, Victor and Elson are out there packing, they need help. In fact, the one time I was here on Giving Tuesday, it was tremendous to see the amount of people, that the corporate teams that were here,
Yeah.
packing boxes, getting things ready for the backpacks to go out to children, and those kind of things. So that was exciting. That's really exciting to come in this place and see people come together and work on a goal and help other people that are out there that are in need.
Yeah,
So-
I think one of the, I think that we get so much support because we're a basic need. We meet a basic need. Everybody understands hunger. Everybody understands what it's like to be hungry at different levels. I mean, but hunger, a basic need. It's more than a cause. I mean, we have to eat, we have to breathe, we have to live. And so being able to relate to everyone helps, I think, with engagement in the community and beyond.
Yeah. Oh man, this is great stuff, great stuff. So we got an event coming up this
Yes.
weekend.
This weekend on Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday, the Super Bowl, and it's not, I know you
Not-
guys
not
are
this
getting
kinda-
away with the remote, the beer, the bag of chips, but we're talking about another Super Bowl.
Like
So-
this kind.
Yeah. So event happening right here, right? So you guys want to talk about that and fill our listeners in what's going on this weekend?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because there's some neat stuff going on.
Yeah, this is a first time event. We are really excited about it because it is going to just engage another level of the community that we haven't tapped into yet. So we have about 12 or 13 altogether, board members, community members, friends who are preparing different soups, and we're going to have a soup competition. So each of them is going to offer tastings to all of our participants and vote on the best soup, and then we're going to present the Soup King. I just made that up.
Or
The
queen.
Soup King, right, or queen with a small token of our appreciation. Fun event, but really it's a fundraiser. We're raising funds. The ticket cost is super low. It's just $10 because we want everyone to come. It's a family event. We're also doing Super Bowl squares for the big game. And so our squares are just $50 per square. We have 100 squares that we're trying to push by the big game day. So there's time to do that. You can stop by and check out the event, or just stop by to get a square on Sunday. So we're really hoping to just draw some awareness to our work here, but also to add a little fun and fundraising. Can't have fun without fundraising, right?
That's right.
That's right. So do you want to add anything to it?
Yeah, we're really excited about this event. I'd be remiss if I didn't say the cheeseburger soup is probably going to win.
Oh, do we know
because-
who's doing that one?
My wife is making it, so
Sounds pretty daggone good.
the
That
best
sounds amazing.
the best cook in the house is going to be preparing that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have some music and entertainment and some games. We're really excited. It's going to be a nice time. You can try out soups, vote for your favorite, and then everybody is always interested in getting some big game squares, and to know that you can get some big game squares and maybe win some money, and know that you're supporting the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana at the same time is just critical.
Absolutely.
Win-win-win.
That's
That
right.
sounds fun.
That's right.
So, if you guys
Plus,
are,
we'll be there.
That's
Hello,
right.
Bill and
That's
Kelly
right.
are gonna be there too, so.
what better reason to come by?
That's right. Cheeseburger soup and Bill and Kelly, and these guys, hello.
Kelly, we better stop. We're driving people away. No, this sounds exciting. We'll definitely be here. Boy. So, we'll put all the information up with this video and make sure people know. And do they need to go up and get a ticket to?
They can
show?
do it online. It's super simple, foodbanknwi.org/soup, or you can come pay at the door. Yep.
All right.
You can
Great.
also get I believe your squares on online as well.
Absolutely.
Oh.
So
Yep.
even if you can't make it to the event, you can still get a square.
That's right.
So you guys that are envisioning your Sunday activity is going to be with a bag of chips and a beer, you could go online and get yourself a square. All right, that's not too hard to do. It's almost as simple as using that remote that you're going to have. So there you go. Oh,
If you need help, get your 10-year-old kid or your 10-year-old neighbor to help. They know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah. One of the millennials that we constantly pick on that, get them to do it
Boomers,
for
we
you.
don't know that stuff.
Just give them a cut of it, whatever you get. Okay. Wow. So this is all exciting stuff. Is there any other news that you want to share with us?
Other fun stuff coming up?
There is so much coming up.
Yeah, we have a lot of events, and we've been working on what we're going to do this year. And we have our soiree coming up, our hunger hike, our ride the region. For those of you who are friends of the show and our chamber members, a chamber after hours event. We have a lot going on. We're really excited because we're leveraging our facility this year, and so some of our events in the past have been off-site, but now we've gotten our place to a spot where it's conducive to do events here, which makes it easier too, because if you're here for an event and you want to learn a little bit more, or you would like to see what we're actually doing here, we can just go right into the warehouse and take a quick look. So it's going to hopefully get some of our supporters a new view of what's going on here at the food bank. Now, in addition to that, we did mention that we do have a leaky roof and we do have facility issues. I mentioned the parking lot earlier. So we're always needing support, and so we're always pleading with our community. Check our Facebook page or ask any of us that that work here or volunteer at the food bank, because we do have needs and we do have limited resources, because we would much rather leverage the dollars that are donated to us to make sure food's getting out into the community than putting it into much needed and required upgrades, because we are a USDA regulated facility, so we have to address the issues of our building because we're storing food here. So while we have to get some of this work done, if we can get some help from the community, and if you have a roofer that that is willing to donate some time or some materials.
So you construction-y people out there in businesses.
Yeah, I tell you, if you're a trades guy out there, union guy, boy, I tell you what better way to put in some time here and help them out, because they are so right. There's such a large need to continue feeding people, and really, but this is a building. It has needs, and the thing is, for them to continue their mission, they have to have this building maintained. You can't have a leaky roof over the food goods that are going to go out. The cereals will get ruined and so on. So keep that in mind. If you're a trades guy out there, or if you're an officer of a union, you want to get your guys that are sitting in a hall out doing something, this would be a great place to do it. And you would be contributing to a mission in the Northwest Indiana that is really needed, sorely needed. So please do that out there. I know we got a couple of union guys that listen to our show. So, wow. So, man, so we got that. And anything else?
There's so much.
Well, we're going to come every month and meet up with these guys and find out what's new and exciting. So keep watching for all
this is an informational partnership that we're hoping to develop and offer a platform for the food bank, along with some other non-for-profits that we work with, to give them a way of communicating things out there on a regular basis. I know I try to do that whenever you guys do a press release. In fact, I feel bad if I miss one. I'm like a couple hours late and I sent you an email. I said, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But truly, that's what we want to be. That's what we feel that we're morphing into, is a mission to lift you guys up and make you front page news.
That's right.
As opposed to just a human interest story. So
we appreciate that, and it's not just us; it's all the other nonprofits that you both work with, and it's very needed in our community that light is is bright on all the quality work that's happening in Northwest Indiana, because
There's so much good here.
there is so much good. There's so many great missions, great organizations, but at the end of the day, we're all working for the same goal, and that is to make Northwest Indiana a better place to live. Right? That's the end game. And that's why it's so critical for us here at the Food Bank that we continue to partner with all of our sister nonprofit agencies throughout Lake and Porter County, so that
trickle-down effect.
Right, so that we're working together, that we're working together with donors, we're working together with volunteers, we're working together in programming.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we just need to create that transformational, generational change that's going to really have a significant impact on our friends, family, and neighbors here in the region.
Yeah, we got to quit tuning into who's beating up on who and concentrate on who's feeding
Who's
who
lifting up who.
and who's lifting people up.
Yeah.
And that's we've got to start that change in our society. And whatever we can do to help is what we feel like we need to do. So
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yes.
We appreciate the work you
Well,
do.
thanks you guys
Well,
so
thanks.
much for being here.
yeah, this is
Well,
get
thanks for
Victor
coming.
on.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, we've tried to get Victor on, and he's like a big star.
Oh, no.
He said, wait, I've got to get settled in. I said, "Wait, are you ready yet? Not yet.
Yeah,
But then we hear about all the work that this is like
you know what?
hitting the ground running.
it is, and it's, it's exciting. I've been telling people as I've been learning the programs and the staff here, there's just so much passion with our staff and our volunteers, and I've reiterated this. Allison's probably sick of me saying this. You can accomplish anything with passion, and that's what's exciting. Coming here to the food bank, being the new guy, but just seeing that our staff are here for the right reasons, and they're here because they want to meet the need that we have in our community, and it's exciting and it's infectious more than anything. When you've got that passion and that energy, you just can't help but get excited and want to get to work. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm glad that the team has welcomed me with open arms, and I'm really excited to see what 2020 brings.
Yeah. Well, when we heard that you were picked to pick this, I said, wow, talking about in his wheelhouse. This is exactly in Victor's wheelhouse. And your history behind working mental health and just the things that you've done has been fantastic.
Good
So
choice.
congratulations, and congratulations to the food bank for getting this guy. And you too. I mean, you're a mongrel yourself. I mean, you're constantly putting information out there. So what's Allison coming out this week?
Love my work, love what I do, and love doing it for this
Well,
great
thank you both for doing what you do to help the community, and makes us excited about representing you guys
And
out
hopefully
there.
we'll see you all on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday, please come on out.
Come by.
And what are the times again?
It's from 1 until 4.
1 to
You don't
4.
have to stay the entire time. You can get your squares, participate in some raffles, get some good soup, and be out of here by 2 if you want.
And that's Pro Bowl weekend, so you're not even missing any real football.
Yeah,
That's
really, seriously, guys. Pro Bowl. I mean, get your squares for the Super Bowl. I mean, seriously.
The big game.
The big game.
The big game. The big game. Yeah. All I got to say is good thing the Packers aren't in. Or our one team that everyone loves to hate, New England.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
It's going to be an exciting Sunday. So we're going to have an exciting Sunday here at the food bank with Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then the following weekend with our friends and families, wherever you are. Listeners, I know I'm excited to make some ribs, and I believe we're going to make some duck to celebrate the San Francisco and Kansas
There
City
you go. I like it.
matchup. So.
Holy moly, man! You're
Hey,
keep
look,
on adding things
you
on.
guys don't live very far from me,
That's
so
true. We can just knock on the door. We'll be there.
That's right, man. Oh man.
Between that and the coffee bar you have set up at your house.
Right.
Yeah, we got to talk to Gabe about that. We don't have such an elaborate setup. We do, and we've got the nation's #1 coffee queen at the table here.
Coffeeaholic, yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up here. Again, we appreciate you guys coming on, and can't wait to have you guys on again. Let's keep it in touch and get some dates on the calendar, and we'll go for there. And with that, Don't forget Sunday, and again, these are heroes of Northwest Indiana. They do things for the rest of the community that are so much needed.
But you guys are heroes too, because you're the
Yeah.
ones putting
That's
that
right.
money in there
Exactly.
and stuff.
And with that, we'll say goodbye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by
Hurt in a wreck. Why would you even think about calling the insurance company first?
Call someone who's going to work for you, not against you.
The insurance companies are not on your side. We are.
We are Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe are the lawyers for you. Call 222-2222.